Hi, I'm Ruhi reporting for Kids First, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Matt Brandon and Mark Flowers about their new docuseries. Mr. Brandon is the series showrunner and is best known for producing Planet Earth 3, Supernatural, Rivals, and more. Mr. Flowers is the series producer and is known for Earth's Great Rivers, Rivers of Life, and Human Planet. Today we are going to be talking about the secret lives of animals. So thank you, Mr. Brandon and Mr. Flowers, for joining me on the show.
Thank you for having us on the show.
I'll say thank you for having us.
It's my pleasure. So let's get right into it. So The Secret Lives of Animals is produced for Apple TV by BBC Studios' Natural History Unit, with you, Mr. Brandon, as its showrunner, and you, Mr. Flowers, as its producer. So what inspired the both of you to take on this project?
It's kind of a dream project, isn't it? It's amazing. We wanted to do something, make something that I'm sorry to speak for you. Make something that's relatable, that everyone can watch together, whole family can watch together. There's something in there for and everything in between, that speaks about how animals are not so very different to us. They face the same challenges and they go through the same stages of life.
That's exactly right. I was really interested because I think we all go on the same journey of life. We all have the same challenges, whether we're young, whether we're teenagers, whether we're old, whether we're parents. And I thought it would be amazing to highlighted the incredible ways that animals overcome the challenges of life that we all share. And I hope personally, by doing that, it would get people talking about animals because people might think, well, I'm like that, or I think like that, or I have that same worry, or I have those dreams, or I would like to do that.
That's so interesting to hear because that parallel between animal and human life was my exact takeaway as well. This 10-part docuseries showcases never before seen footage of rare animal behaviors of 77 different species in 24 countries like the fur seal. So what are both of your favorite animals featured on the show?
Whoa, so different. That's like asking me to choose my favorite child. And I love them both. They're equally. No, I think it changes occasionally, but I love the sun bear in the homemaking episode. I think it's so funny, and but it does something that's so remarkable. I've never seen anything like that before. I don't know if you've watched that one. How about you, Mark?
And I loved the little fish, the fish out of water in Trinidad, who had to jump out of the pond because she had too many brothers and sisters. Then she can breathe through her tail. Then she can turn herself over, being a fish out of water, and look where she's going. And then she can jump to a new place. I had no idea fish could be like that. And the other one that I thought was like something from a fairy story was when we saw the little frog. Don't know if you've seen it when the frog in Making Friends climbs on the back of the giant tarantula. And I
I
thought that was like a story. You did, because I thought that was like something from a fairy story. I don't know about you.
I know. I think the friendship is just so beautiful. If you
Mm.
both could be any one of the animals
Yeah.
featured on The Secret Lives of Animals, which one would you choose?
I think I would be the Anolis lizard, um, and that can breathe underwater. I could make my own scuba suit and I could just go underwater for as long as I want. I think that'd be cool.
And I would be the black palm cockatoo because I like him because he lives a long time, is very cool, and he keeps his mate interested and does an amazing performance. I think, and also I think I love his amazing crest.
Yeah.
I'd like a punk rocker crest, like a black palm cockatoo.
That's amazing to hear. Are you a musician as well?
Um,
I've heard him singing, no.
no, I'm not a musician, but I really like dancing and I really like listening to performances. So I love that bird because he's such a good performer.
That's very interesting. And so moving on to the show itself, what were both of your favorite parts of the creative process for The Secret Lives of Animals?
I love that moment when you get you call it when you get the footage back, we call them the rushes. When you get the rushes back and you see that something that your research team have got excited about, and when you see those rushes come home and the behavior that you'd imagined is actually on those tapes, that is completely amazing.
And I really liked working with the composer. And so once the film's gone through lots of
Yeah.
different stages of being filmed and edited, and the sequences are taking shape, and it's absolutely fantastic when the music gets right and it brings a sequence to life. That's another lovely moment in filmmaking. It's like almost the film has its own personality and it starts to perform back to you. That's a really magical time as well.
So you really do like the music then.
Yeah, I do.
Does.
Yes.
And Hugh Bonneville is known for his roles in Paddington and Downton Abbey, and he narrates the show. What made you choose Mr. Bonneville for this role?
Well, his voice is perfect. It's like the icing on the cake. It's like a sprinkling of magic that he's relatable and trustworthy. He's quite funny. Um, I mean, he's warm.
We hoped it would make it really family friendly
Yeah.
feeling. That's what we hoped, that it would, that everybody would be able to watch it as a family, and by having Hugh Bonneville's voice on it, it would reach out to everybody and make everybody feel good and warm.
And filming the show took your crew to some really cool places. Which one has been your personal favorite?
I didn't actually go on location so much on this show, but what would be my favorite place, I think, might actually be Costa Rica, because there are so many different stories there. There are, there's capuchins that stick their fingers up each other's nose to make friends and prove that they're trustworthy. There's incredible army ants that build those great
Mm.
long bridges to get over obstacles. It's just there's an exceptional wealth of wildlife in that area.
My favorite one was from Northern California in the surf zone in the area of the giant forests, which are some of the tallest forests on Earth. I think they're 3 times taller than trees. And I loved the way we sent the crews down to the bottom of the giant kelp forest and met the fish we were talking about, who created a garden to grow his children in. It was so magical to find that story of the little dad growing his garden for his children at the bottom of the sea.
All of that sounds really amazing. I live in California, but I would love to visit Costa Rica someday. And is there anything that you discovered from producing The Secret Lives of Animals that surprised you?
Well, I think animals surprise us all the time, and that's the beauty of doing this job. You never, we're always finding something new. And we've got this saying that we always come back to, that animals write the greatest scripts. So for us, this is all about storytelling. When you get out there, the truth is that they often do something that you're not expecting.
Absolutely. And I think everyone's hard work in capturing all of this definitely paid off. Congratulations again in advance on your show's release.
Oh, well, thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Ruhi.
Lovely to
Lovely
meet you.
to meet you, and really nice to talk.
Oh, one final question for both of you. What do you
Yay.
both hope audiences will take away from watching The Secret Lives of Animals?
Go on.
I hope they'll think animals are a lot more like me or us than I realized. And I hope by doing that, they'll talk about them. And by talking about them, it'll spread the word of just and how important it is to respect and wonder the natural world and every living thing on Earth.
Can't say fairer than that. That's exactly what I think too.
That would be our dream.
Thank you for your perspective. I definitely walked away with a new appreciation for the natural world. Thank you, Mr. Brandon and Mr. Flowers, for speaking with me today. The Secret Lives of Animals releases on Apple TV Plus on December 18th, so keep an eye out. And once again, I'm Ruhi reporting for Kids First. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss my next reviewer interview or those of my amazing team members. See you next time!